They're feisty, fun, and forever proud to call Cleveland home. You're watching Cribs in the CLE. Josh and Maria live.
What's up, Cleveland? Welcome to Cribs in the CLE. I'm Josh Cribs.
And I'm Maria Cribs, and welcome to, is it Thursday?
It is Thursday.
Man, we almost there.
And you're lucky.
What?
She's lucky,
Oh,
guys.
you didn't get a Throwback Thursday.
I spared you this Thursday.
Because I went through all my socials and took out all the pictures of me looking busted.
You tried.
No, because last time you tried to get me, had me looking all crazy out here.
I didn't try. I just threw some throwback pictures. A lot of times you think you're skeptical. You think that I'm going to get the worst picture from back in the day. But no, I just try to let people see you back in the day.
Now, you know, and he was in that picture too, but you know and I know that people only post pictures that they think they look good in. So you must have looked at you like, all right, Maria looking dusty, but I look good. I'm going to go ahead and post it. I look good.
I didn't at all think that you were looking busted.
Oh, okay.
At all.
Well, I did. You got to show the glow up. You got to show, like, what year you get in the league?
2005.
And I was still dusty when you got in the league. Do like 2000, do 2008 and on. I didn't know my worth.
People need to see, you know, what the transformation is like.
Oh, I was at Walmart. I can shop at Target now.
Stop it. All right,
but go ahead. You tell me about Eva Mendes.
Yes,
okay.
Eva Mendes sparked a debate on her social media, and she was commenting freely with other people who was commenting on her IG
her
about
followers.
spanking,
spanking
children. And I kind of was in this debate, and she put up a tweet about her response. She put up a tweet, and spanking does for children, for a child's development, what hitting a spouse does for a marriage. Oh, now many people disagreed with her. It was a lot of people who agreed, but majority of the people disagreed with her. And one commenter said, basically, you know, I disagree with your assessment. So Eva,
what did they say?
Eva responded and said, well, I thank you for your comment. So happy to agree to disagree. And that's kind of how me and you be doing, agree to disagree. What this page to offer that in a loving way, she's saying to agree to disagree.
Okay.
Yeah. We all parent in our own way, and I have the idea what I'm doing. She basically said, I have no idea what I'm doing most of the time. This didn't come with a manual. So there's no right, you know, so she's basically, I think this was a good way though, to kind of disagree with somebody to basically, hey, we never know what we're doing. There's no manual for this.
No handbook. I mean, people have self-help books about, you know, their experiences of being parents, but ultimately it's your kids, it's your household.
Right.
You know, you do what you feel is necessary as long as it's in the parameters of
But her comment was very strong. Spanking a child does
That's
what
I was going to ask you until you told me to stop talking.
I didn't say stop talking.
You was like, no, you want to finish your story. You want to hear to get everything out.
I did.
What I was going to ask you was, do you think she made that post herself or something that she saw and reposted? Because I don't get how that's even a correlation. No one should be hitting their spouses.
Right.
You know, but children, I believe, do need to be disciplined.
Right.
Now, some people discipline their kids way more extreme than what we would probably, you know, do. And some people probably think we a little too, people go in our house like, you let your kids talk to you like they're your friends, you know.
Absolutely.
We might be a little too lenient in some people's eyes. So I think she's right. It doesn't, you know, there's no manual to being a parent. There are self-help books. You do see what your parents, how they raised you.
It was just a statement. Not to say you can't spank your child, but spanking your child is the same thing as hitting your spouse.
That's comparing apples to oranges.
Like, whoa.
Yeah. Like,
you get some.
Who's hitting their spouse?
Yeah, and it's like, that's not the same.
Right, yeah, I get what you're saying. But at least she said we can agree to disagree, but it's her social media. She puts on it what she wants to.
And I like the way she responded because I felt like it was a response in love. Like, she didn't go after them. She just was like, okay, listen. She didn't debate overly.
At the end of the day, when you have social media platforms, and I love the people that follow me and I follow them back, I like to be able to have that discourse because if you're thinking wrong and if I got some stinking thinking, at least I can hear someone else's commentary on it. And I can say, wait a minute, you challenging my critical thinking skills right here. I never saw it that way.
Is that what you think of me?
And so maybe, no, I'm just saying I love having discourse with people like that. We don't all think the same.
We don't.
And you might open my eyes to something. So I like the fact that she put it up there. That's how she feels. It's her page. She can put what she wants. Doesn't mean you have to agree.
Right.
But let me tell you about the actor Robert. You know Robert De Niro.
I know Robert De Niro.
Okay, look, Robert De Niro.
My favorite.
Now he's going through a divorce. Actually, his Grace Hightower is his wife. They filed for divorce. She filed for divorce in 2018. They're not even divorced yet. Now I was looking at page 6, and Robert De Niro was, I guess, saying how he's struggling. He has to find these, acting gigs to keep up his wife, which is estranged wife, Stella McCartney habit. Now I like Stella McCartney. She got some nice designs and nice fashion. Okay. And this is a side note. Look at her hair system. Don't it look good? I'm sorry that I don't know who Grace is, but Grace look good.
I don't know what a hair system is.
You know, you got your pieces you put in and things like that. I think they look good together, but they're getting divorced. But what served me as a red flag is she gets $375,000 a month an allowance.
An allowance.
So we gonna talk. What you think about that? I mean, wow, that's a lot. But I don't want you to go into it because
I'm not going into it. It's just, Robert De Niro's Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
I've seen him on every mob boss type movie, and then
he's the man
on other movies. So he's a high paid actor, A-list.
But maybe he's trying to play broke because he don't want to keep up with that habit. That's a good tactic. Yeah. So hold on, we're gonna talk about that more in hot takes.
Okay.
Let me get to Teresa Giudice. Now she is from the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Okay.
I know you don't know who she is, but me and the world do. Okay. Look, she got this boyfriend where he wants to have intimacy at least 3 times a day.
At least?
And I'm feeling some kind of way about that because I'm like, who has time for that? That's them right there. You know, she was married to Joe. Yeah, now she got a new boyfriend and things like that. They look good together. But I was reading the article and they were saying how he got hit with a lawsuit from one of his exes for this type of behavior. And I didn't even know you could sue someone for being like you in a relationship with someone and you can sue them because you feel like they was pressing you out for intimacy too much.
You can
and they settled.
You can sue for anything these days.
You can. People, I mean
for anything.
But I just thought intimacy 3 times a day was a little too much, so we're going to get to that in hot takes. But look, coming up, we've got a pasta dish you're going to want to make for dinner tonight.
Yes, but first, let's debate some things. We got some hot takes coming up.
You're watching Cribs in the CLE.
Hot take number 1. Would you divorce someone who gives you $300,000 per month? Now, this is back to that Robert De Niro and what's her name? Something Hightower. Miss Hightower situation.
You ain't got to leave me.
What's her name?
You ain't
Grace Hightower. Well, go ahead, baby.
Yeah, you ain't got to give me that much. You come close to that number, Maria. I'm gonna be with you.
You give me
I'm gonna be with you.
300 and hold on. That is her estranged money per month, Josh. Okay. She was getting. They say she spent like $1 to $2 million a month when they were together. Now that they're separated, he's giving her $300,000. That's like her, here. We're not together no more.
Let's put it on this because we all think like, oh, it's a lot of money. This is and that. But depending on what scale you are, what level of finances you are, let's just say, okay, for the average person, would you break up with somebody who gives you $2,500 a month, or maybe $5,000? $5,000 a little too much when you're talking about regular, average American citizens. Let's say $2,000 a month. Okay. You're getting $2,000 a month, just an allowance. Would you stay with that person? Would you say that's an equivalent?
Well, my thing is, even with this whole Robert De Niro situation, it depends on the relationship. Now, if Robert De Niro wasn't that bad to me, why would $300,000 a month? I'd be like, there's no way I'm leaving without you. We gonna have to work some things out.
So let me get this right.
You love me. We ain't doing that bad.
So hold on. You said no way.
No, not with $300,000 a month.
So that means you all for the money.
You gonna be, honey. Hey, I'm like Cardi B on the road. I'm gonna be like Cardi B on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. We gonna be together forever.
You all for the money.
Let's get to hot take number 2. Come on, baby, let's do it. All right, look. In honor of 420. Now, 420 was the other day. Y'all know what 420 is? That's National Smoke a Little Marijuana Day. Okay, now look. Do you judge people that smoke weed? Now, I thought about this because for some reason, I think marijuana has the stigma that I'm
in love with Mary Jane. She's my main thing.
I'll try to. No, you can't sing the whole song.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not.
I wonder if we can hum the song. Can we hum songs? Can we sing the tune? We need some clarification on what we can and cannot sing. Okay, but look, Josh, for some reason, marijuana has a stigma that it's worse than tobacco. So my thing, I was thinking about this. I was like, you know what? I don't judge people that smoke marijuana no differently than but I judge people that smoke cigarettes.
Okay.
Cigars.
Okay.
Even have cocktails. Like, I just feel like it's being legalized now. So now that it's legalized, you got to understand it was a type of point in time where tobacco wasn't looked at as being classy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So now that it's being legalized, I wonder if people's views are changing on it because it's...
Well, let's look at the history of it.
Yeah.
You know, you look at alcohol, prohibition. It was only illegal because the government couldn't make a profit off of it. And when the government found a way to highly publicize and make a profit off of it.
As they're doing now with marijuana.
And then it became highly legal.
Yeah.
Because it's highly taxed.
And more socially acceptable.
And now, in the same way with marijuana, it's highly taxed. And it boosts an economy.
Yeah.
So you look at it from that aspect. But that ain't gonna stop the old grandfathers from like, y'all young folks, you get out of here.
Yeah, they gonna still be...
You smoking that reefer. You doing that dope.
Let me tell you something, boy. That's leading to nothing but...
Your brain cells.
I take number 3. Come on.
Killing your brain cells.
Is intimacy 4 times a day too much? Now that goes back to that Teresa from Housewives of New Jersey.
What man is living in that such paradise? That's what I want to know. What is such paradise exist? Oh, what happened?
Josh, that's too much.
What?
That's too much.
Okay, that's paradise.
I think like 3 to 4 times a month. Awesome, you know?
when you think,
I'm sorry.
when you think of what heaven looks like to a man, when you think of what God said in heaven, when you're reading the Bible as a man and then you drift off and you think about paradise.
He said something about streets of gold and stuff like that. They ain't saying nothing about intimacy 3 times a day.
I thought he said streets of girls.
No, John, I'm getting my holy water. I'm getting my holy water out of you. I'm getting a little spritz bottle. Look,
I'm
Josh,
just joking.
That's too much. Every female I know, every woman I know, they even agreed that that's too much. You got kids, you got bills, you got to cook, you got to clean, you got work.
To each his own.
That's just, at the end of the night.
If you're not going to judge people for, you know, the marijuana, how you going to judge them for with the intimacy?
No, I'm not saying I'm judging you. That's good. If that's what you want to do, that's good for you. I think that's nasty.
No, it's not.
That's nasty.
At all.
That's too much. We got things to do in this world, things to conquer and accomplish. Don't nobody have time to be intimate 3 times a day.
It's paradise.
I couldn't be with nobody like that.
Everything is going right in the world.
I'd be like his ex. I'd be suing him.
No.
He was harassing me. Wasn't y'all dating yet? He was still harassing me. Y'all don't understand.
You walk in and everything is right in the universe. Baby, I'll meet you upstairs.
Nuh-uh. I ain't coming. I'm going downstairs to the basement. Look. Okay, look.
Yeah.
Coming up next, I want you to take a look at these dishes right here.
Okay.
Don't they look delicious?
I want it right now. Meet the local chef who created them. He's whipping up a special recipe just for us when we return.
Got my stomach growling, baby.
You're watching Cribs in the CLE.
Welcome back. As you see, we are celebrating the arts this month. And to us, that doesn't just mean highlighting singers, musicians, actors, or performers.
Yes, that's right. Our next guest is an artist in the kitchen. Take a look at this.
All right, now, he studied culinary arts in Italy and presented carefully crafted dishes at the James Beard House in New York City and won first place on the Food Network show Guy's Grocery Games.
Yes, and today he is doing it big at our very own Cleveland Marriott. Welcome to the show, Chef Ashton Garrett.
How you doing, Ashton?
Ashton?
How are you guys? I'm doing very well, thank you.
How did you know you could cook?
I started when I was real young with the Easy Bake Oven that my parents got me. And from there, I just kept on going.
Are you cooking anything for us today?
Actually, I'm doing a Mediterranean vegetable pasta. I'm going to be using kohlrabi as the main staple point within the dish. Kohlrabi is a German turnip, very delicious, highly nutritious ingredient. So we have kohlrabi, yellow squash, onion, red pepper, orange pepper, red pepper leeks, asparagus, little radish, broccoli. So it's a high-powered ingredient. High-powered ingredient pasta that I'm really excited to make for you.
Okay, well, let me let you go ahead and start cooking. Let me see what you can do.
Sure, okay. So we're gonna add, start off, introduce a little heat and a little fat to our pan.
What's that, olive oil?
We're gonna add in our, olive oil. Again, Mediterranean cuisine, they use a lot of olive oil. So I'm adding my onions here, my leeks. I'm gonna add both peppers, orange and red. And we're just gonna do a quick saute.
Now, I gotta ask you, Chef, our daughter's going into college, And we've been talking about particular careers that scare parents, and we were talking about bird watching and things like that.
Basketball.
Now, yeah, chef, like being a chef in the culinary arts might give someone a red flag. Like, wait a minute, how can you make a living for yourself being a chef? Can you tell our audience that you can, and it's a good income?
100%. Not just the income, but also the passion and the purpose. Just the creative vision and the creative drive that this job allows you to have is just, I think it's unmatched, and it's unlike anything other I've experienced in my life. So you actually can make a living from it, and whatever you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it. So for any young chef that's thinking about joining this culinary journey and joining this culinary career, I implore you to just put as much effort and dedication into it, and you'll get much out of it. Just like you, Josh, when you're at football practice and everything, to become an all-star, you had to put in the work and the practice. So just like a chef, you want to do that.
I love it. You get to travel the whole world too.
Definitely.
Okay, let me see the finish touches. Let me see. Because it looks good.
We're gonna plate here. So I just added in the pasta. So I'm just gonna go right into our bowl. You can see like kohlrabi, the squash. And we're gonna start filling.
I got my plate over here now.
We're here in Cleveland. You're here in Cleveland. Go ahead and box that up. Drop the Addy, and we're going to come pick it up, okay?
We're going to come get that right now.
Drop the address.
Oh, yeah.
Send me your location.
Oh, yeah. That looks big.
It looks delicious. Thank you so much. Come back to the show anytime, all right? All I'm thinking is send me your location.
Oh, yeah.
So I can get that pasta. What you doing?
You think if I spray a little this Joe Malone and learn to cook like Ashton?
You gotta learn how to cook like...
Then we get that intimacy thing.
Josh, you still thinking about the intimacy? I'm thinking about the pasta. See, that's where men's minds be at. He thinking about intimacy. I'm thinking about all this deliciousness is on the screen.
I'm thinking about learning how to cook for you.
Yeah, right.
That's gonna be for you.
That's trying to slip the pasta all over his body. Look, we got the CLE Weekend Hot List. When we return, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You gotta get your mind out the... Welcome back to the show. Now look, it's Thursday, so you know what that means.
Yes.
It's time for our CLE Weekends Hot List, and we start off with ramps. But not the ramps you walk and you drive and you skate on.
Okay.
This is a different kind of ramp, okay? These are the kind you eat.
Ramps are wild leeks, guys. Cousin to the wild onion with their mild, spicy taste.
What?
And this Saturday, you can learn all about them in Peninsula. Sample a ramp at the Ramp and Grab Go Market.
The Ramp, Grab, and Go Market?
Yes, if you aren't up for trying out your first ramp, how about a hot dog or some peanuts? The Indians face the Yankees all weekend long, and you can catch a game in person. Tickets are now on sale.
Wow, they playing already? Okay, look, and last but definitely not least, you can help the Hunger Network by donating non-perishable foods at the Old Stone Church Food Drive. It's a drive-through event that's going on this Sunday. Look, you guys, for more information on any of these events, head on over to our website, cribsinthecle.com, and click on the CLE Weekend tab. And then look, also, I'm going to do you one even better.
Okay.
If you have the 19 News app, they have a CLE Weekends tab on the app, too.
They do?
So you can look and see what's going on in the city. They keep us covered.
Oh, wow, okay.
You can't say you bored, you ain't got nothing to do this weekend. You go on the CLE Weekend tab, and they have everything, anything you can think of going on in the city, they have it there.
That's what's up, Maria.
Yeah, now look, I wanted to show you, are you still thinking about intimacy? Because you looking at me strange.
Well, I got my cologne.
Stop looking at me like that. Now look,
everything.
you have you are a younger brother, right?
I do.
And I know boys, they have a different kind of interaction with one another than, daughters and mothers do. Siblings do. Have you ever done this to your brother? Check this out.
Hold on, show that again.
One more time.
Put it up again.
Look at him.
I gotta see the masterful skill.
Look at him.
The pitcher winds up. He throws a strike
right
into his head.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see that little boy out on the field of the Cleveland, sports team one day. He got some aim.
To my brother several times, and my brother has done that to me.
What was that move he was doing?
He was winding up. What he see on TV.
Wait for this all day. You've been getting on my nerves all day, little baby. Look, we love y'all so much for watching tomorrow. We know where you're going to be.
Right here with us, watching Cribs in the Intimacy.
Not the intimacy, no!
You're watching Cribs in the CLE.